Hey everyone, Voltas here, coming through your speakers, and today we've got a 1v1 matchup here on Tal'Darim's Altar. This is part of the IEM New York Global Challenge Season 6, and it is between our blue Zerg and our red Terran. So let's introduce our player. In the lower right hand corner of Tal'Darim's Altar is our Zerg player, MVP DRG, otherwise known as DongRaeGu. He's from South Korean, and he is known as the Terran Killer. Appropriately enough, in our upper right hand corner, we have just such a Terran. Is he going to be able to kill him? This is IMBA's Stralok. Stralok is a Ukrainian player, so we see the mix between the European scene and the Korean scene during this IEM New York challenge. So we'll see how this goes. Nothing too unusual going on right now. We've got Stralok setting up his first supply depot close to the door. He looks like he's going to try to block this off in some way, prevent the early Zerg aggression that can occur. And it looks like we have nothing too unusual. It looks like DonRaeGu is a little slow on his pull and or gas, just kind of building up, droning up. So we'll see how this pans out. He is sending out a probe, and I'm not sure where he plans on heading. He really hasn't done much at all. Stralok is now putting down his second command center, so that's obviously going to be somewhat of an early expand for him, and of course that prevents the probe from seeing any and absolutely everything on the Terran side. This probe is slowly chipping away at what's left of this command center. I'm sure he'll be fine, and it looks like we've got a little SEV probe war, drone war going on. And he is finally putting up his barracks. He's got a single gas up, and it looks like DonRaeGu has done his early expand. So both sides look like they're doing some early expanding, possibly moving into somewhat of a macro game. The pool is finally going down at around 17, I believe it was, for DonRaeGu. Little late, so that tends to lead me to believe that both of these gentlemen are planning on going for a long haul. No real sign of any early aggression from either of them at this point. We see the command center is almost complete, which he should be dropping down at his natural right here. So I'll take this time while these gentlemen are kind of going through their motions to thank everybody that has joined my channel or visited or at least viewed some of my videos. I'm relatively new to this. I am learning as I go, and your input is greatly appreciated. A lot of it I've taken into consideration. I've pulled the dubstep music out. I think that was a resounding no as far as adding a little entertainment at the beginning. You just want to see the matches, and you want to hear them cast as accurately as I can do for you, and that's what I plan on doing. You know, the reason why I decided to cast in the first place is because I really enjoy esports. I think that it's going to be something that's going to grow and evolve over the years. And when I saw that, hey, there were certain matches that I wanted to see cast, rather than sit around and complain, hey, how come somebody hasn't cast this for me yet? I decided to give it a shot myself. So bear with me while I hone the art. There is a lot to do here. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'm slowly learning them. Speaking of moving parts, let's start looking at the moving parts and what is in production for both sides. We see that there is a starport coming down for our Terran player. So look, and we've already got the factory in place, so it looks like the standard Destiny Cloudfist build from our Terran. We do have that second base set up pretty much well established, and he's putting a barracks at the ramp here. Got at least one Hellion out for some possible, well, two Hellions out for some possible early aggression, or at least just to kind of keep the Zerg down. I've seen a lot more in the meta game in both the Korean scene as well as in the North American and European scene, a lot more utilization of the Hellions. Blue Flame Hellions have been, I've seen them used in extreme effectiveness against Zerg to really keep their drone numbers down and prevent that macro game from happening. Now, on the Zerg side, we see that we do have roaches going across the map, so DonRaeGu has decided to go with roaches and Zerglings at this point. I think that's a decent choice, but we do see that Stralok has appropriately kind of walled off the proper amount of mess. Oh no, but I didn't think he was expecting this quick of progression from DonRaeGu. DonRaeGu is just marching in. I would have figured that he would try to wall this off. Now it's just a mess inside the Terran base. A mess. Once you let them in, oh my gosh, here's another flood of Zerg. Looks like this could be a lot shorter match than I thought. Looks like both sides were set up for a longer play, but that early push really, I think that Stralok was just now getting ready to put up somewhat of a wall here and really was late. And if you're late and you do get that timing push from the Zerg, well, this is what happens. It turns a regular kind of progressive macro game into pretty much the end of the world for you. I do not think that DonRaeGu was going for an all-in. I think he was taking a timing push, and he was taking advantage of any opportunity he saw, and he saw a great one. Anyway, short game, but a good one. Thanks for watching, everyone.